We're all on social media pretty much every day. We scroll, we post, we share. But have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on under the hood? Beneath all the likes and retweets, there's a powerful and kind of fascinating architecture at play. So today, we're going to get serious about social media, break it down to its basic building blocks, and really see what makes it tick. And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. I mean, just look at this quote from Tim Weber at the BBC. The entire world of communication has been flipped on its head. It used to be that big companies controlled the message, right? Well, not anymore. That power is now in everyone's hands. A single person with a smartphone can create something that reaches millions of people. For better, or for a company, much, much worse. And this isn't just some abstract idea. Take a look at this number. 9.5 million. Now, that's not just a random statistic. Nope. That's actually the number of views on a single YouTube video that turned into a massive multi-million-dollar headache for one of the biggest airlines in the world. So, what's the story here? Well, it all started back in 2008 with a musician named Dave Carroll. He was flying with United Airlines, and yep, you guessed it, the baggage handlers broke his expensive guitar. After getting absolutely nowhere with their customer service for months, he did what any frustrated person with a bit of creativity would do these days. He wrote a song about it. He posted the music video, brilliantly titled United Breaks Guitars, on YouTube. And well, it exploded. It went viral and became a total PR nightmare for the company. And that's the whole point, right? The conversation is happening, whether brands want to be a part of it or not. The Dave Carroll story is the perfect example of why, to survive in this new world, you have to understand the mechanics of social media. But how in the world do you do that? And that really is the big question, isn't it? I mean, new platforms and trends are popping up constantly. It feels like a jungle out there. So how can we possibly navigate it all without getting completely lost? Well, turns out there's a tool for that. It's called the Honeycomb framework, and it's this brilliantly simple way to basically dissect and understand any social media platform you might come across. Okay, so what this framework does is it breaks down any social platform into 7 key building blocks. Think of it like a diagnostic tool. By looking at which of these blocks a platform really focuses on, we can instantly get a handle on its purpose, who it's for, and how it wants us to interact. It's like a blueprint for social media. All right, so let's do a quick tour of these 7 blocks. Once you get these, it's like having the DNA sequence for any social network out there. First up, we have identity. This is all about who you are on a given platform. Are you using your real name, your professional title, or are you completely anonymous? This is really the foundation of how you show up in the digital world. And this is a perfect example, right? The you on LinkedIn is all about your career, your skills, your professional life. That's a very different you from the one on Facebook sharing vacation photos with your family and friends. We all manage these different digital identities, and different platforms are built for that very purpose. Next, we've got sharing. Now, this block is about the actual content, the stuff that flows through the network. But it's actually deeper than that. Researchers call the things we share objects of sociality. A fancy term, I know, but it just means they are the very things that connect us to each other online. I mean, think about it. We connect with people over photos on Flickr. We bond by sharing funny videos on YouTube. We even rally together for deals on Groupon. The content isn't just content, it's the glue for our social connections. The third block here is relationships. This one's all about how we're connected to other users. Are you friends or followers or contacts? That structure is so important because it controls how information moves around and who gets to see what. It's basically the fabric of the network itself. And the last 4 blocks are just as crucial. You've got conversations, which is just how we talk to each other. Groups is how we form little communities around the things we care about. Reputation is all about social standing. Think follower counts, likes, or star ratings. And finally, presence. That's simply knowing who's online and available to connect with right now. Okay, so we've got the 7 blocks down, theory's over. Now let's see how this framework just snaps everything into focus when we look at the platforms we use every single day. Let's start with LinkedIn. Looking at its honeycomb, it's pretty clear what's going on, right? The whole platform is built for professional networking, so it heavily leans on identity, your digital resume. It's also all about relationships, building your professional network, and, of course, reputation, which you build through endorsements and recommendations. It's all designed to create professional trust. Now, let's contrast that with YouTube's honeycomb.
Whoa, it's a totally different picture. One block, sharing, just dominates everything else. The entire platform is engineered around one thing: exchanging video content. Sure, identity and relationships are there, but they all serve that one primary goal: get you to watch and share videos.
And then you have a behemoth like Facebook. Its Honeycomb is way more balanced because it's trying to be a lot of different things to a lot of different people. It has a huge focus on relationships with your friends and family, but it also relies heavily on sharing, photos and updates, and of course, maintaining your personal identity. That complexity is why it feels more like a digital town square than a single-purpose tool. So, understanding the blocks is one thing. But how do you actually turn that knowledge into a smart, effective strategy? Well, that's where the 4 C's come into play. This is a super simple but really powerful guide. First, you cognize. That means using the Honeycomb to really understand what a platform is all about. Then you find congruity, making sure your strategy and your goals actually fit the platform's strengths. Next, you curate your content. Don't just shout into the void, add real value. And finally, you chase, because this world is always changing and you have to be ready to track conversations and adapt on the fly. So when you boil it all down, the real key is to graduate from being just a passive user to becoming someone who actually understands the DNA of social media. This framework gives you something like X-ray vision, letting you see how any platform, whether it's brand new or been around for years, is actually built.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As technology keeps evolving and new social platforms keep popping up, ask yourself this: which of these 7 blocks will they bet on? Which ones will they combine in some new, interesting way? Understanding this framework doesn't just help you understand the present, it gives you a map for figuring out the future.